Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I can't tell you how many tries it took me to do that without laughing. It's been a long time since I've made a video and been able to say those words, so that felt pretty good. After going to the Kingdom Hearts Reconnect fan meetup convention, my motivation and drive to finally put out Kingdom Hearts videos again has just skyrocketed. So this is hopefully going to be the first of many videos in a series covering my theories of what's to come in the next several installments of Kingdom Hearts. So I thought we'd start off this first one with what is, in my opinion, one of the simpler theories. And if you clicked on this video, you should hopefully already know that we're going to be talking about how I think they could include Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII in Kingdom Hearts 4. And before we even get into that at all, I know there's going to be probably some people that see this video and have the question of whether Final Fantasy characters are going to continue being in the series in any regard with how little they were in Kingdom Hearts 3, so I want to talk about that for just a quick second. When it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3, there was so much story to be unpacked. Kingdom Hearts 3 had the job of completing the entire saga and wrapping up the individual stories of every single unique main character to the series, both for the protagonist and antagonist. There was so much to unpack. I think it was also even stated in an interview with Papa Nomura, I don't remember how many years ago, but pretty much echoing the exact same words, that there was just no room for them. It literally took from start to finish of the game just to get through all of our main character's content. And it's not like Final Fantasy wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 3 in any respect. They still incorporated the Restoration Committee and the Remind DLC. To me, the inclusion of the Restoration Committee is to the same end that Merlin has through Kingdom Hearts 3, or the Fairy Godmother does at the end of Melody of Memory. They're there to remind us as the player that they're still important, they're still there. They just didn't have any story that needed immediate telling in Kingdom Hearts 3. And then we also had things like the Cactuar in Toy Box, we had the Constellations in the Gummy Ship. I'm sure there were other examples that I'm just not thinking of offhand. But Final Fantasy was still present in Kingdom Hearts 3 and will always continue to be present. Final Fantasy isn't quite as large in the series as the extent of Disney, but it's still part of its lifeblood. Like, you can't rip Final Fantasy out of Kingdom Hearts. Now that that's out of the way, there's one other thing we need to address. Before we can talk about how Rinoa could be in Kingdom Hearts 4, we need to talk about why. Her showing up needs to service the story, especially if you're going to show her apart from Leon. If you don't know who Rinoa is, she is one of the main characters of Final Fantasy VIII. She's Squall's love interest, or in terms of Kingdom Hearts, Leon's. And now you're caught up with me. That's all I know about her. That's all we need to know for the purposes of this video. So Kingdom Hearts does a great job at not leaving loose ends. It's the kind of series that we're constantly going back in time and filling in pieces or learning things that we didn't even know to question, such as the arc from Kingdom Hearts 1 being explained in Union Cross, or Mickey losing his shirt and exploring how that happened in 0.2 Birth by Sleep, with very limited exceptions, and one in particular that drives me crazy.
You're from another world. Then you must be the key bearer. One must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds. The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin.
But we'll talk about that on another day. So that said, Rinoa's already been teased in Kingdom Hearts. It happens very quickly during the credits of Kingdom Hearts 2. We see Leon receive a letter that had a butterfly on it. That is a clear as day reference to Rinoa. So that being there, to me, confirms her existence already within the universe. And that's kind of where this theory begins, because up until now, I've always thought that she was somewhere in the Realm of Light, and for the purposes of this video, I'm going to refer to our reality as the Realm of Light. So we're going to be talking about Quadratum and Unreality in a minute. Now I'm under the impression that maybe it's not new and Leon was reminiscing. Something else we know about Leon, this will also be important, is that his actual name is Squall. We learned that in Kingdom Hearts 1 when he continuously corrects Yuffie to call him Leon. The reason he goes by Leon, do a little lore dive real quick, is because he blames himself for during the fall of Radiant Garden, he wishes that he could have done more and he's not going to reclaim his name until Radiant Garden is back to its former beauty, hence why he started the Restoration Committee. And for me personally, I'm gonna take that one step further and kind of read between the lines here. I think that he's not going to go by Squall again until he's reunited with Rinoa. The point of me going through all that right now is to establish that this has been a long-running side plot in the series ever since the very beginning that has never been resolved yet, because as of present day, he's still going by Leon. So this is another one of those things that I believe at some point they will resolve. Now here's how I would include Rinoa in Kingdom Hearts 4. You put her in Quadratum. At this point, you should be questioning to yourselves, if she was in the Realm of Light and has an established relationship with Leon, how is she in Unreality? We already know that Sora and Strelitzia are both in Quadratum because they both woke up there as their, as Strelitzia puts it, quote, afterworld. Not too hard to put those pieces together. This is essentially their afterlife after they die. We get more evidence of that from Donald and Goofy looking for Sora in the underworld, also during the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, you know, where the souls of the dead from Olympus are chilling. So you can probably already see where I'm going with this. I think it would be really amazing storytelling if during the fall of Radiant Garden, when Maleficent did her whole attack, if part of the reason Squall blames himself so heavily and takes such a heavy burden on his own shoulders for the sake of the entire world, I think that would make a lot more sense if it's because he lost Rinoa entirely, if she died during the fall, and then we see her again in Quadratum. Now, this also wouldn't be specifically just for Leon. Like, this would resolve for him down the line, not in Kingdom Hearts 4. For the sake of this conversation, let's just assume that Kingdom Hearts 4 is entirely within the world of Unreality, and Sora is just trapped over there by himself, and let's assume for this conversation that he does not get saved. So no familiar faces, for the most part. Including Rinoa and having her meet Sora would be a great way to tie in the pre-existing characters such as Leon and the rest of the committee and have them in the dialogue in a meaningful way, but not have them be the main focus. Like, the story would still revolve around Sora and Rinoa and whatever it is they're doing, but it would magnificently tie in both realities in a way that would really hit us in the emotions. Because in this moment, Sora's gonna be realizing, you know, Leon's full story. He's gonna see the tragedy of Leon and Rinoa, and he's gonna be painfully reminded about all of the friends that he's missing in Unreality. Something that I think Kingdom Hearts 4 needs, again, on the assumption that Sora's gonna be alone this whole time. I want Sora wearing his heart on his sleeve. I want to see all of his real, raw emotions, because through a lot of Kingdom Hearts, we see him kind of masking his feelings for the sake of putting his friends first. Now that his friends aren't here, sure, he's going to make new ones, but this is an opportunity for a lot of emotional growth, and seeing him connect with Rinoa and be reminded of everything that he's lost, that would be a huge emotional moment for both him and us, and probably Rinoa too. Her hearing from Sora that he's doing great, well, actually, I guess that would probably motivate her drive to try to get back. You see what I'm saying? Like, even as I'm recording this, I'm realizing more things. Like, there's so much potential in throwing her into Quadratum. Granted, we don't know all the rules yet of Unreality and how someone can even get there after death from the Realm of Light. Seriously doubt it happens to everyone. Sora ended up there because he broke a nature taboo. Strelitzia ended up there because we'll find out. But Rinoa strikes me as a character who is likely strong-willed enough. Like, she definitely seems like the type of character who has the potential for a second chance. I think that's the gist of it. This was, like I said, a pretty simple theory, to the point, but I think it would be a really impactful thing to do. This is one of actually my favorite ideas. Now, all that said too, I think Rinoa is the character that best lends herself to this storytelling. If they were to take another, let's say, side character, call her that, and have that be someone who died in the Realm of Light and ended up in Quadratum, I don't think there's anyone else that really would fit the bill as well as her. But this is my question to you guys. If you've made it this far in the video, do you think that there's anyone else who could fit this theory, who could have passed either in Radiant Garden or anywhere else, and that we could potentially see in Unreality. I will say, spoiler alert, for one of my next videos, I do think there is one other set of characters that is going to tie into this in a very similar way, being the World Ends With You characters. I know there's a million theories out there already on that, but I have a slightly different take on it, so we'll talk about that soon. This is my first video in so long. Thank you so much for watching. Like and share the video if you're about that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.